Okay, so we'll start with the database.
That's an option to do. So I do think there's like something for, there's no kind of right or wrong way. For myself, I would probably like start with a screen, but you actually, it's good to start with the database because then you're like thinking about it.
Log in, log out. Okay.
Cool graphic, actually.
It is. So we don't want to connect to API.
There's already users.
Users.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's make the sign up and log in.
Sure. So there's, sorry, you can see that screen now.
Do we want to build it from scratch? Or
so I usually build from scratch because like you can even see, you can put an app bar one out there, but I don't, so like try doing the app bar and I'll show you kind of like my problems with it. What you see is like, then click it. It fills all this stuff up with you. So like say you want to do the title right icon and then it like forces you onto their format. So there's no reason not to do it, but I feel like it's better to like actually do it custom in like rectangles and like building yourself. And then like you have that library within the app. Yeah. So there's no reason not to do that. It's just like then you're, and it's like that with a lot of the pre-based ones. So like say lists, they've got a bunch of list templates, but then you're like, they're trying to make it easier, but then it's like locking you in.
So do the fields, the form fields.
Now, same thing. So you can click it, and then you'll look at the form. So you can just choose users, for example, because that's the only one you have. But then you'll look at the fields and stuff, and it's kind of locking you into this format. So I actually like, so I think it's like a design principle, but I feel like it's defensible to try to do the least where they lock you in, so you have the maximum customizability. So like say for example, so say when we're doing the wellness app, we'll probably want it to be multiple translations.
Yeah.
The way you would do multiple translations is you don't actually put the word email. You actually put a link to a database, short text, right?
Each word.
Exactly, and then you choose the languages. Yeah. But here, if you go to the field and you click email, and you go to email, well, it actually doesn't, oh, maybe they're updating. Well, I don't know what this circle thing is. Oh, it's something for your, is it Grammarly?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow, they really get deep in your operating system, eh? So like, I would actually like go to a more foundational level. So, forms and fields. Yeah, there you go. Text input. Now, there's a question of, so now you're kind of like thinking in that, like how you want to design it, right? So yeah, keep going. Let me narrate over you. So what field are we working on right now?
The login.
Yep.
So we need an email. Placeholder. Let's see.
Now the edit styles are something you might want to just like browse to give you a feeling of the options you have, because it's quite standardized throughout. And I feel like sometimes you spend a lot of time on the first screen because you're actually setting the design language throughout.
Yeah.
Because then you'll like kind of like, you know, copy it and like, you know, be setting. So like you even might want to be thinking like the colors you want to do. It might actually be useful. Why don't we try to copy as truthfully as accurate as the real Twitter app? Now, do we want to do it on our phone just so we're having the mobile language? Or I guess it's your call. No, perfect. Great. That's great. Great.
So they are using a graph for the bottom half. And the buttons for the upper half.
So let's do it.
Okay. I think I'll duplicate this.
Yeah, I think that's because of all the work you've done so far.
So let's use an image for the bottom half.
Now, I wouldn't use buttons.
What would you use?
So go back to the button, open it again.
You want to draw a shape to be custom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The text over top.
Rectangle and text. Yeah. I agree.
It's just like it just saves you time later, right? And you do the button once in your style and you've got it. Like it's kind of because like the button has less, like you can't do a lot of things with it. It's irritating.
I think my battery is.
We can move whenever we want to. Maybe I'm gonna. Right, see, this is where Uber would come in handy. We'll get it in a driver. See if there's anything like obvious walking distance to head towards. I feel like that blue, Twitter blue, is like the most beautiful color.
It is.
Yeah. So Twitter's design aesthetic is like really like top notch. Have you seen like the way their logo is entirely made up of circles?
Yeah. I think it's a golden ratio. Circles.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like their philosophy. And I mean, you probably know better than anybody, but it can be useful at this like a stage like this to actually like write out your like the fonts you're using, like the colors and stuff. Yeah.
So yeah. So for the headings, I'll use Oswald for a body font.
Perfect.
Let's choose one of the body fonts. That looks good. Yeah.
feel like this place actually next to us might be the best. It has Wi-Fi. We can probably plug in. It's convenient. They'll probably have some form of food.
Let's go.
Do you want to go now?
Yeah.
Okay. Pause the or I'm not sure the best way to do this.
Recording, I'll pause it.
Yeah, like let's just try to keep in the habit of that. That'll be a hard thing, but if we forget, like I just think it's kind of cool that like literally somebody can like jump on and like they can go fast forward or behind, but like like Is it okay? Is it okay? Well, you're going to see it. You're going to see us more often, I think. And we should be also get in the habit of keeping time.
Yeah.
But I guess the video is probably keeping time for us. That's a good way at this stage to do it. I'm okay for now, thank you.
So I'm choosing the fonts. It's working because it usually has green border on the screen. You share or recording.
Let's just get a habit of starting each time, and you're recording each time, and because that's actually going to break it up. But what we should